you for taking the time to watch this video. Hopefully you got a chance to watch all the other best practices that we have published in our YouTube channel. And especially if you're looking at upgrading your WMS, or you're getting a new WMS, switching to another different WMS, or if this is your first time WMS, right? Be very useful to watch, or you're looking at getting some data collection technology, including voice, even LMS for that matter, right? So it would help, watch those videos and learn from them, and apply that to your situation, and then address some of the problems you have, or address some of the challenges. So this best practice is called cartonization, right? Cartonization is among all the different box sizes you have for whatever order is, whatever items that are being shipped in that order, you find the smallest box that will hold these items for the order in a pretty tight fashion, right? Of course, with enough dunnage and whatever. Cartonization helps you reduce your transportation cost, significantly, quite a bit. And especially if you do a lot of parcels, it will, yes. And along with that, if you do rate shopping between FedEx and UPS and USPS, you could get even more savings, right? I mean, we'll talk about rate shopping as a separate topic. So, cartonization has a lot of other capabilities as well. I mean, if you're, not running a sophisticated WMS, you might not have all this. And that is something to think about, right? I mean, you could do 3D cubing within the cartonization, and you could do what you call some kind of a nesting logic. There's a lot of things that come with that you could take advantage of, and that will, and actually we had an interesting problem. The system will figure out the fit of all these items in a small box, but sometimes the operators would struggle to put it together like that. So that was very fascinating to see. And then, we'll teach them, and they'll get it right eventually, but it'll take some time. And that's how smart the system was in terms of, getting it right, getting the right box, a smaller size box. And the way it works is, it would start with the largest box and try to fit all the items in the largest box, and then it'll go to the next size box. It'll try to do it, and if it fits, then it'll go to the next size box, and then if it still fits, then it'll keep going down to the next smaller size, next smaller size, next smaller size, and then finally it'll hit the box. It'll put everything, and then it'll go to the next box. If the next box cannot fit everything in all different fashion, including nesting and including 3D cubing and everything else, then it would go back and select the previous box where everything fit nicely. So that's how the logic works. And it just when you make the box as small as possible, you save in transportation costs, both whether it's a parcel or LTL, whatever it is, right? And you can see that trend even in computers and smartphones. Everything is becoming smaller and smaller and smaller, and thinner and thinner and thinner. So that makes a huge difference in the logistics cost of all those products. So that's something to think about seriously when you're looking at any of your cartonization processes, any of your shipping costs for all these cartons, things like that. So thank you once again for taking the time to watch this video. Hopefully this is helpful, and please share your thoughts and share your comments, and thanks for your time.